Peppa Pig is such a massive hit that over 180 countries are familiar with the English Piglet show. But do you know all the phases of the animation and what might be in store for Peppa's future? Before being introduced to the world, the production team created a pilot episode of The Piglet, finalized in 2002 after 2 years of development in collaboration with Channel 5 in England. This episode is available on YouTube and shows some differences compared to the final version. What's interesting is that the video you can watch is actually a recording of a meeting between the creators long before the show was released to the public. The first major change is the runtime. Since Peppa's project hadn't yet been approved by the TV channel, the idea was to make a shorter episode of approximately 3 minutes. This means the story told in the pilot is less complete than in the final version. Unlike the official series, the opening is also slightly different. The music is the same, but is played in a slower, less lively way compared to the final version. In the pilot, Mummy Pig is introduced as someone who works on a computer, while Peppa is portrayed as a very bossy piglet who likes to interfere in adult matters. For example, she interrupts Daddy Pig while he's working in the garden to teach him how to dig holes. Interestingly, there's a major difference. George wasn't obsessed with dinosaurs yet. Instead, in the pilot, he's playing with balloons. One important feature of the show was present from the start: characters falling to the ground laughing. This originated from a script idea where Daddy Pig slips in a muddy puddle and starts laughing. The producers loved the idea, and as you know, the characters fall and laugh all the time in many episodes. There's even another version of Peppa's pilot that's different from the original, but we'll talk about that later. For now, stop playing in the mud and grab some bacon popcorn, because another Cinewave episode is about to start. Like Bluey, Peppa also went through some changes compared to her original version. In Peppa's case, the piglet is less pink in the pilot episode, as seen in the video, and her head is larger, giving the impression that she's shorter than she appears in the series. Interestingly, George has the opposite effect. With his bigger head, he looks slightly older. With the show's success, Channel 5 authorized the creation of 52 episodes for the first season. You might think that's a lot, but it's actually not. Since each episode averages about 5 minutes, the entire season added up to just over 4 hours of content. But that was enough to captivate fans. In 2005, the second season was approved, premiering in 2006 with another 52 episodes. It was planned to conclude with a Christmas special for kids on Christmas Day, strengthening the emotional connection with the audience. With the second season being a hit, Asylum Entertainment, a video game developer, announced that a Peppa Pig game would be released. This definitely caught the attention of fans and parents alike. The idea was to bring the franchise to the Nintendo Wii and Nintendo DS, with the game available worldwide in November 2008. To play Peppa Pig's games, do you prefer PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo? Wait, I know, comment with hashtag PCGamer so we can get to know ya! The game title is Peppa Pig Fun and Games, and it was packed with activities. You could jump in muddy puddles, give Peppa a bath, cook for the little ones, lay eggs with the chickens, and even drive Daddy Pig's car. There are other Peppa games, such as Peppa Pig World Adventures, My Friend Peppa Pig, and Golden Boots. But sadly, the franchise doesn't focus much on games anymore, which is a shame. The year following the game's release, the third season of Peppa Pig hit TV screens, bringing another 52 episodes. It was also the year Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom premiered, a show by the same creators of Peppa Pig. Many fans believe the two shows are set in the same universe, one example being Pirate Redbeard, who appears in both series. Despite Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom gaining a loyal audience, the creators noticed that younger viewers greatly preferred Peppa Pig over their other creations. As a result, Ben and Holly aired its final episode in 2013, while Peppa Pig was already heading into its 5th season.
You're kidding, right?
In 2011, Peppa Pig was in its 4th season, but that wasn't even the best news. That April, the first ever Peppa-themed amusement park was set to open. Peppa Pig World was built in Hampshire, England, and it became the first of 6 Peppa-themed parks worldwide. These parks are located in England, Peppa Pig World, Florida, Germany, Texas, Italy, and China. What's especially cool about the Florida park is that it's located within Legoland, Lego's flagship theme park. So, if you love building Legos, this is your ultimate destination. It's clear that the show's popularity reached incredible heights, right? Naturally, Peppa made her way to the big screen. The first film in the franchise was released in 2015. It was a collection of episodes titled The Golden Boots, where Peppa and Susie argue about whether the boots are golden or yellow. Peppa gets upset when a duck takes her special boots without asking, if you know what I mean. In 2017, Peppa's second movie marked the Pig family's first adventure outside of England, which is super exciting because the country they visited was Australia, the home of the world's most famous blue dog. That same year, the creators opened Peppa Pig Land in China, the first Peppa-themed park in Asia. In 2019 and 2024, 2 more Peppa Pig movies were released. The 2024 film was particularly special, featuring the wedding of Mr. Bull and Mrs. Cow. It was an emotional event that sparked plenty of fan theories about their relationship. Of course, with multiple seasons, games, and movies, Peppa Pig had to make her way to live theater, right? And she did. The live show Peppa Pig's Adventure follows a human girl named Daisy as she visits Peppa's town. The same narrator from the episodes also appears in the show. The play begins with Daisy searching for the Piglet siblings who are hiding from her. After the game ends, Peppa must take her new friend to Madame Gazelle's school. And you know where you need to go? You've got to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. With 2 decades of history, Peppa Pig continues to evolve, and something big is coming in the next few years. So, hold on to your seat to avoid falling over. Peppa Pig has been on air for many years, meaning the show has followed multiple generations as they grew up. But since it's a kids show, today's young viewers are not the same as those from years ago. Because of this, it's almost certain that the creators are considering a transformation, introducing a few episodes in 3D. In other words, the series is about to experiment with a new format and see how fans respond. Of course, the original version will continue, but depending on the success of the 3D episodes, things could change. It's also worth noting that this is just a theory, as 3D versions of the show have been circulating online for some time. Before becoming a show with over 300 episodes, 8 seasons, and several theme parks, Peppa Pig was just an idea in the minds of its creators, Neville Astley, Mark Baker, and Phil Davies. And it all started. It all began with another show called The 3 Knights, a project from 1982. In this series, the protagonists are guardians of a kingdom who use their strength to rescue people in distress. At the time, the creators aimed to make a show for adults, but the children's market proved more appealing. Creating content for kids offered the chance to produce more series and ultimately bring their most ambitious project to life: Peppa Pig. The first thing to note from the creators' earlier work, the 11-minute short film The 3 Knights, is the simple and easy-to-draw animation style. But don't be fooled, this simplicity is a stroke of genius! Kids tend to doodle in a similar style, making it easier for them to draw and color Peppa Pig when they pick up a pencil. Do you see how important this is? The design of Peppa was intentionally created to captivate its audience. However, even this simplicity has its time. With the rise of mobile screens and video games, Peppa may eventually need to adapt her style.
Oh, now I see!
In 1999, the creators teamed up again to develop another series, The 2 Knights, where the main characters were Sir Boris and Sir Morris. The story was set in a medieval kingdom called Barovia, blending medieval elements with advanced technology. For instance, the knights had telephones. Interestingly, some fans theorized that Madame Gazelle's homeland might be near Barovia because of her accent and cultural traits. Another fan theory suggests that humans were banished to this medieval kingdom while animals took over the rest of the world. During the time of the 2 Knights, the creators began brainstorming ideas for Peppa Pig, even though their primary focus was still on the medieval-themed show. This connection is evident in Peppa's episodes, like George's Birthday, where the museum scene features royal outfits from the earlier show, or when Mr. Rabbit is seen wearing Sir Boris's armor. The best news for fans? There are no plans to end the series, meaning we can look forward to many more episodes, whether they bring more of the same or new versions of the characters. After so many years, it's clear that Peppa Pig is a massive success and is set to continue enchanting generations for years to come. Here's to season 9, but until then, we've got 2 videos lined up for you to watch. See you in the next video!